Walk in with a sense of dignity and pride. You put in the work. You didn't get this because someone gave it to you. You weren't giving it to you because of an inheritance or because of your last name. You earned it because of what was within you. Let them call you odd, because you break the odds. You're a winner. You were born one. You will be one.
Stop making excuses. Simple as that. You can make a million excuses why you didn't get that raise, why you didn't take that leap of faith. You can make a million excuses, but you know deep down inside, and consciousness is eating away at you. It's not a reason, it's an excuse. And when you stop making excuses, the only alternative is then results. I'm not saying that everything you do you should be successful at. You will have periods of defeat.
You have it within you now to overcome every obstacle, to overcome everything that tried to block you, stop you, delay you, or determine what you were by a word or a phrase that someone else used. They said you would never amount to anything. No, what it really meant is you would never amount to what they could calculate. Phenomenal is a choice, and you made that choice.
Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow. So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me better. Question yourself. Question yourself every day. Ask yourself, who am I? What have I learned? What have I created? What forward progress have I made? What am I doing to improve myself today to get better, faster, stronger, healthier, smarter? Ask yourself, is this what I want to be? This. Is this all I've got? Is this everything I can give? Is this going to be my life?
You have one life, and that one life, the goal for us is to live it to the best of our ability from the beginning to what's said the end. In the middle, in the beginning, middle, you're gonna do things, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fuck up. You're supposed to learn and then move forward with the understanding of what not to do. And when you move forward, life may get better, it may not, but somewhere along the lines it's gonna click.
Your past is not your future. It's not. But each time you go talking about your past and what went wrong and why you're this way, you just reinforce the past to become your future.
And you gotta realize that all of us can do better. We can be better. You just gotta take that first step. And that first step is when you begin to ask those questions. So, advice on asking questions: ask the hard questions. And ask the hard questions of yourself. And in the answers to those questions is where you find that path. The path to progress and the path to freedom.
And this is on you. And I get it, a lot of things may influence your perspective over the years, but how you see life is on you. And you got a choice. Your perspective can either be your power or it can be your prison. Forget easier said than done. Everything in this world is easier said than done. Some of you still ain't clear about your life. If you're in a prison mindset, you blame and complain, and you looking at everything as an excuse. There's people that's looking at this year as an obstacle, and there's people that's looking at this year as an opportunity. And trust me, when the smoke clears, you're gonna see who is who. So you gotta break that prison mindset.
The groundwork of beginning to build self-confidence is to begin to keep the promises you make to you. And that's why it's important to begin to even make small promises. If you're going to get up at a certain time in the morning, not only do it, but then give yourself credit. Say, I did what I said I was going to do. If it's in your diet or your fitness, don't just eat the healthy foods. Go, I'm doing what I said I was going to do. You begin to build this reputation. If you're constantly being influenced and moved by what other people think about you, it means there's a deficiency in what you think about you. It's a pattern of keeping the promises that you make to you. That's the groundwork of self-confidence.
Well, by the same token, you don't have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to hate somebody, to want revenge, to want to get back at somebody, to beat yourself up over the head, to feel loaded with guilt. You don't have to make any effort to do that. Your mind is on automatic. It will do that by itself. But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here.
And make it your power. You gotta say, no matter how hard it may be, no matter how impossible it may seem, no matter how much this year sucks, I'm still gonna get the greatest me out of this. I'm still gonna step up to the plate. I'm still gonna shoot shots, because you'll never make shots if you don't shoot them. The greatest strikeout in life is not stepping up to the plate. And some of you right now are thinking tomorrow. You know how many people said tomorrow that took their talents to the grave? You know how many people lived a whole life of I wish I would haves, and they get to the end of their life, dying with their dreams, dying with their talents?
A lot of you are trying to find inspiration and motivation with a depressed mindset. You're depressed because you're not doing shit with yourself. You don't find inspiration by not living in the grip of life. You need to live in the grip of life to find inspiration. Put challenges in front of yourself. When you put a challenge in front of yourself and you attack it, that's when you find inspiration. Try to be 10% better than you were last week. So if you're running 30 miles a week, run 33. If you're swimming 500 meters, swim 550. And some of you aren't doing you're 10%, you're just getting off the couch. The more you walk away from accountability, the weaker you become. Find yourself in the grip of life. You can't find yourself by doing nothing.
Duty means do what you're supposed to do. That's how we build courage. By ignoring how you feel and ignoring what you desire, and by doing what you are supposed to do.
I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much you work on yourself. There are some times when things aren't going to go right. They just are not going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will happen. Murphy's Law will be knocking at your door. Why? I don't know why. That's called life.
Remember, there's always more to learn. There's always new information to absorb. You can always hone your skills. You can always improve your technique. You can always increase your knowledge. And you can always get better.
There are people who want to play it safe in life. They don't want to have a loss. Yet they say they want to win. You cannot win without risking loss. You cannot play it safe in life and also participate in life. Those who play it safe have caskets. But for those of you who want to live, those of you who want to thrive, those of you who want to become a winner, you must be willing to face the possibility of a loss.
Life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. You play on yourself, man. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And I was telling myself was so tough, it was so wrong, it was so misguided. And other people start to write that dialogue for you also. And it starts to be what you say to yourself every single day.
It's very important as you hold on to that dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Stay dangerous. Age is a number. And you can go hard and you can keep going. And we all have more to give. So I say we step up and give it.
Your brain learns patterns. And even though you may feel stuck, even though you may feel hopeless, you're not broken. You have patterns of thinking and patterns of behavior that are broken for where you are and where you want to go in life. And what's super exciting is that when you start to think about changing your life through the lens of just looking for patterns, breaking them and replacing them, it becomes less personal.
It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path.
In fact, when you embrace the concept or the possibility of a loss, you already make the plan of what to do when adversity comes, because no one gets to a victory without adversity. You will have a breakdown. You will have an injury to overcome. You will have setbacks in life. You will have financial challenges. These are obstacles. These are not walls. Walls seal you off. Obstacles force you to move from one level to the next. And if you can get from one level to the next, you can expect new levels, introduce new devils. But there is something inside of you that is greater than the devil that you face.
Do things, get out of your comfort zone, create growth, create opportunity versus sitting in your house and just waiting. That's what people do now. They wait for a handout. They're waiting for this. That's what average people do. I want to whoop ass now. That's what I do. And that's because I accept being uncomfortable. I accept realizing that every day that I get up, number one, be grateful, not greedy. It's a blessing. You're alive. You're alive. That is the greatest gift in the world. Either kick ass or get your ass kicked. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked.
Happiness is usually a result. If I get this, then. If I get to the top of that mountain, then I'll have the ta-da moment of, oh, I've got it. Oh, I figured it out, which is all BS. Because they're all false peaks. They're not false peaks, but they're never the peak.
In the race of life, life's not going to give you a glass of water when you're thirsty.
You discover there are levels and layers within you. That at every level that you go into, there is another level or gear inside of you. You will elevate your game to match the things that you face. Your lessons are what you gain when you lose. There are no losses for you. A winner is a winner within. A winner is someone who desires to become greater than they were the day before. You make a step in the right direction and you keep going. There are wins that will come in life because you kept going.
If you really want to be transformed, you have to live an intentional life. Most people don't lead their life, they accept their life. And when you accept your life, you are living on things that are not worthy of your time and effort and energy. To go uphill, you have to be intentional. Nobody ever went uphill by accident.
There are things that will happen because you were available, but you must make the mindset a permanent fixture that I came to win and participate. I will not sit on the sidelines of life and watch others do what I was born to do. You were born to win. It's just a matter of W-H-E-N.
The fact is, you don't get that chance. You get one shot at this gig right here. Life. One life. That's all you've got. And regret, in and of itself, it's worthless. It does nothing for you. In fact, the only valuable thing in regret is the lesson you learned.
And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they did it, the nice thing that you know in your heart, that if someone has done it, then you can do it. It's possible. And that if someone can make that dream become a reality, that it's possible that you can make your dream become reality.